Okay. Excuse me. All right. So I'm back at it. This is Dr. Death Rule 001 on our Titanfall community 2x server. Let's start off right off the bat. Thanks for everybody that has tuned in to watch this after the fact. If you did not catch the live, I've been running like Sundays and Wednesdays. I have fumbled a bunch of times. I set these gates backwards. I've had turns disappear. I did a video over here where I should have known. I should have came all the way out here. I tried to do a freestanding kiosk turret thing with like a little hidden base and all that. It wouldn't let me put the TC down, so I just figured that just being rusty 700 days on this. I mean, people, you can slam me all you want. I'm old, man. I just have not been pounding and grinding. I'm not a base guy anyways, but there's just some rust in my brain about this game that I just, embarrassing. But anyways, I went ahead and want to do this one. Poor Man's Gate. So this is community server. Titanfall 2x. Alto Titan, ALTO, TITANNN on YouTube and TikTok. Okay, so if you're, how do I word this? If you're, these last videos is like 100 pop server, get some turns down. Before you, if you're going to build another base, everybody I think kind of has a starter base. Some guys end up just camping out and keep building on their little 2x2. But let me do this real quick. I put this turret here just so it wouldn't decay. And if anybody gets on our server, this leads open, and there's several all around. Alright, so now we got this. So you may, if you can't run the big monuments, and you say you're about a 1 to a 3, a duo trio, and you're fighting Zergs, and it's 100 pop. If you dare to do 100 pop, that's cool. If you guys are good enough to do 100 pop, that's good. Today and age, there's a lot of Zergs out there, and it's a bitch on 100 pop to do anything. I mean, run the monuments. So you may be lacking in getting what you call Stone Gate. You can get those in all the tier 2 monuments. Never the officially William. That they shouldn't call them gas station or grocery stores. They should just call them William monuments, because he just absolutely glorified those in Mission and the mining post. So I don't think you can get a gate. I can't ever remember getting. I have got a rocket launcher out of those. But anyways, if you're running short and you got walls, and if you're fortunate enough to have them BP'd, and now you got enough. I think one box will get you about 30 walls. Pretty sure I've laid down so many, but it's been a while since I've really actually did a full wipe with a big team, me and Titan, Alto Titan. We just haven't did it. I mentioned in the last video, the game has changed a lot. I don't think for the better. Ooh, they got new graphics. It's this infrastructure in the game that I think just absolutely just goof. Compared to the first, I came in, I think 3 wipes. Close to 3, Titan and 1. Okay, so here we are. Enough jabbling. Jabbling. So this is called a Poor Man's Gate. Easy to do. It's kind of there's a different version. You could go like this. You could just do a real simple, build it up, put your little things up there and be done with it. This is this is not it's not totally my creation. Rusty YT is really good on stuff like this. This is his design. It's kind of modified. I took it up a little bit to a different notch. I'm going to, well, just modified it. I don't say about taking it to a different notch. Let me get off here and let's just start. I wanted to pre-build all this because I'm not a fast builder. And there's a couple of things. You're just definitely going to have to do that. It's a jump up. So if you have a gate, it's 4 rockets. This is a little bit better than that. Definitely, that's 4, but not everybody can get double armor doors. I definitely highly suggest these frames for doors or garage doors. And then he also puts boxes down here. That's kind of cool, I guess. I would. Another design that Titann and I do is kind of like, we would put like, you could, if you're going to do this right here, you could also come out with, I might have to do this real quick. You come out something like this, or a kind of a Alone in Tokyo thing. Let's just go right here. No, right here. Yeah. No. You almost turn it into this is ideal right here. Possibly. And then let's run over here. Let's just slap. Yeah, this will work. Yeah, let me think. I'm thinking and trying to stay busy. If you can get a double garage door, got a little bit of timer there for that. I'm just going to make it simple. That way. And then, so if you're coming over here and you're getting rated, you just kind of set up a little secondary base. You put a bag down here. You could do this, but you could keep things tricky and kind of guess people like, what's this right here? And this also could be batteries, turrets, you know, and then you could put a bag down right here and put a little loot. And the reason why I say that is because if you have a huge base right here, this is what they're going to focus in on. If you have turrets and all that, and then say someone gets you, then you have this little area here. I'm not real big on that. If you build, I'd just build this right here and have my little loot and all that in here. He had 2 boxes there. That's fine. I think I may have goofed it. I think that how did he have this down there? I think he just had it straight open. He did. I'm gonna go out. That way you can kind of do this a little bit if it's getting ugly. See, you know, you got if it's someone's blowing in there, you can come run out of here. See, if you can even put a door right there and come in, if it's, or put one back here. Actually, that's what you do. I did that before. It's been a minute though. So you would put a door back here. Let me try to stay close to this mic, and then you can come out here and then come in, you know, and then start countering. Hey, you cactus! Hey, you cactus! But yeah, this ramp. Let me go ahead and just start. Put some boxes there, which, you know, if they door path you, you're gonna leave them right there with something. Up here, I have. If you do it, I can't now, but if you can, you have glass there, and then you can put the triangle up, and then you're good to go. But if you take that glass out and you have these metaled up, then you're not going to get them back in. I'll show you. It ain't going to work. You really don't want, nobody can do nothing. I mean, it is a little bit of a gap, but see. But out here on Rusty's video, he had a stairs coming up here. I do not like jumping into garage doors of entry. There's no, even if you have it airlocked. And for some goofy reason, here's your little gaga goo goo. I mean, you can remove that and jump, but you may have a player on there that's not the best jumper. Hint. So that's what. Excuse me. I just want to give you that little example. And the reason why I just keep going with an armor doors, I know I don't mean to be flexing, but I mean, if you're on the server or community, you just have to max it all out, because, like, especially those servers, like, can you imagine playing a server that's at 10 times? I've always said that if you're going to be a 10-time server, then armor HQ should be 160 rockets per wall, rather than 16. So you go 10 times 16. I think I struggle past 10, count the 10, but I think last time I checked, that's 160. I don't think I would ever want to be on a server with people that play 10 times. I just don't. Why are you even playing Rust? Just why? Go home, go away, don't come back. Because the inception of this game was, like I said several times, and I'm going to keep saying it, it used to be about grinding. So if you're a hard worker, more than likely you have a pretty good personality. But if you're some little a-hole that wants it now and doesn't want to work for nothing, you know, and you are the problem with Rust today. Go away and don't come back. Go play something else. Go play Fortnite. And I don't mean to be toxic, but I'm just telling you, you have run the game. And Rust, you've run the game by by adding all these newfangled stuff and communities. Someone gets on and they get frustrated with vanilla. I'm just gonna go to I'm just gonna go to a vanilla. I'm just gonna. So now you got that player on a community with that mentality. So I don't know if I want to put. You know what I'm gonna do? I've already had. I'm gonna leave 300. All right, I'm gonna give 600. If somebody gets on, they can have 600 HQ. Good for you. But I'm gonna metal it up. So this really is not part of Rusty U2. You could even do something like this, which is wild. Let me metal everything up and see where we're at. There is another design to where I can't remember, man. It's been like a year since I built it. On the airlock up here, or the little gate thing, you put like a low wall or something, so your gap is real narrow. I apologize. I just don't. It's not a mistake. I just don't remember it. I can't. I'm gonna have to go back. I've been playing a lot of Dead Side. I was on earlier today and did a video on Dead Side. I love that game. We had a chance to play it when it just came out on console, and a good player, Undeniable Gas, had already been playing. I think we came in on 6 weeks. I think he thinks he'd been playing since 3 weeks, and man, he was a fast track to learning. So, jumping back and forth, man, it just the buttons, everything's just goofy. Not goofy, but loading the actual get to your inventory. All right, so I am going to take the lazy man's way out. I guess I'll just do this. No, let me just run it in TC. Some people just drop your wood right down on the ground when they're metaling up or, stoning up. So I have been saying that stone is like twig, and metal's like armor. No, metal's like stone, and then armor. So that's really kind of wanting to see that apron, that bottom apron gone. When we run, we just don't have stone bases. I think the last one we were on Critter, and I had a 15,000 frag a day. I was solo. I wasn't solo, I was on a team, but my base was like basically a secondary base. We had 5 other bases too, but mine was 15,000. I think the main base, Tight was in Cake and Panorama and Silent Alpha, and I think that base was, I think it's called the Giffen. It is a YouTube base. I think that was 30,000 frags a day. And sometimes watch you come up, you might hit yourself and go nope. Peaks, not bad peaks. Oh, there's another door camper. There's a little bit of a gap there, and Rusty Y2, he puts a furnace there, but I'm not real big on that's kind of the hot thing. Oh, here we go. Is furnaces, stacking large furnaces as to work for as barricades. I got that one pretty good. I thought you can't do nothing to it. The only thing you could see is if I put that back door back there. It helps. And then, so there she is. I mean, I can walk through it, but I'm not even a builder. So you come in, all right, and then you put down 2. These are 2 down, and then you put 2 raised ones. Yeah. 2 high triangles right here. They're high, they're raised, and then you put your floor down. This is extra, but that's where you have it. That's where he stopped with this. Put your barricades down. You put your floors. And then you come out here. Slam that door on my face. This is how he had it. Just right here. A door thing. Then you put boxes here. So it's not, it's kind of like, 2 raised triangles. And then, your floors. And then you put I think if you don't know, if you're going to put these roof wally things here, if you're at an airlock or triangle, you have to use this right here. That one, roof triangle, to get that right there. If you're on a square, you use that one right there. So there you have it. And like I said, these are good little tweaks. You could do square, and what I mean by that, you could do a window right here, which a lot of people do, and then that's just a basic one, and then you could put your wall like right in the middle of the square. So now you're splitting it to where, so this right here is right there. It's right here. And you're on a lower level. And then I would not definitely ever build a poor man's gate unless you have at least 20 metal blades and the metal barricade, or if you find any. That's everything right there, because it's going to take that much to get over, and then also that much to I think it's 2 rockets for metal barricade. So that's 4 rockets. So whatever you want to do, you got to try to even the score. So if they're seeing all this yabba yabba here, then they're going to more than likely just go through a wall, which will push you to counter this way, especially if you have a bag and then like a little house here with some electrical turrets. You could also do this right here. This is what else he had. He had this right here. Which will help. Stay with me. Stay with me. This is, let's see. We are, God, we're only 24 minutes in. Wait a minute. He did this right here. Well, I mean, he had it. Gotta wait for a second. So he had triangles with triangle, and he put turrets in there. If you go right here and just act like you're a turret, you could do this. He only had one direction, so I'll show you what. Let's try the other side. What I would do, which I run this right here, I might still be able to do something here. No, you can still do this though. I mean, I added this right here, but you could omit this over here and put a triangle right here, and then put a turret right there. But I would do this. This is what I would do right here. And then put a turret right there. And then I would put it one right here, so it's getting this whole amount right here. He had it to where he had this in solid and it turned just facing this way. That's okay, but I would put gates right here. I don't fences. And then that way you could still see. You know, you're not going to lose a solid wall right here. You're still going to be able to see, you know, through this whole area right here. So let's go through it one more time. You know, you could take this, and even if you don't want to do this right here, I'm bouncing back. I'm trying to stay close as mic. So even if you don't want to do any of this right here, you could run. You're going to have to come out with your base first. I mean, you're just going to have to. Because more than likely, if you start out like that, you're not going to connect it. So, you just do the connection thing. I don't even know if that works. We're going to go backwards. That's what happened to me yesterday. Rusty. And this looked like a rookie-itis. Just say that's your base right here. So you can come out, and that's connected. You won't need a TC out there. So you come in, you put a triangle, a square, and then you come up here and you put a high triangle, a raised triangle, and then you open this up, put your double door frame up, and you put this up here, this wall, the ceiling, and then this is his entrance. We went ahead and decided to add a little airlock because I do not like jumping into double doors. This is our little modification, but this will help with door campers. Little box there. If you elect to put glass in and not have it as shooting, I don't know why you would do this at all. If you take the glass out and you put it back in, you can't put it back in. So that's just kind of, I don't know, an option I wanted to throw there. And then you come down. I don't think he had this right here. But then the half wall right here, I think he did. Yeah, he did because he put triangles right here. And then put turns there. I'd rather do that right there. That way you can still peek up a little bit and get up and over the turns. So you got 2 turns right here. We like putting like a little carriage house. And then you can also take that out and put and we have several times, put a square hatch right there, and then build a little 2-story up there. That's we've did that several times. It helps. So everybody's like, raid. Everybody's facing this way. It's all crazy. And then you have another one. The thing about this, real quick, before I forget, you cannot bring horses in or anything at all. So if you need something real quick and you don't have a gate, that works. And then if you later on start getting rich and you're kind of staying where you're at, you could always C4 once you get your stone gate. You can C4. You don't really want to lose them, or you can. I mean, you could always just grind with satchels or whatever. Take at least 2 walls out, and then slap your gate down, and then make sure you have the walls and a crew and everybody ready. Maybe do it with a slow pop. We did that. But if you're, if you want to get walls up, I highly always recommend it, man. I always try and say get 2 or 3 turrets ready too if you're gonna put them walls up. Just a bam, 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 bam. But there she is. And like I said, there's several different ways of building a poor man's gate, but this one here is really cool, man. Like I said, I've built another one that's similar to this, but kind of know what's going on. Door campers. Mr. Cactus. See what they always say. The spray. How bad that spray? Spray. All right, so here's, again, this is, I'm 32 minutes in. I'm going to try like every 15 minutes, kind of reiterate. This is Dr. Death Rules 001. This is Titanfall 2-time server. Some of my videos are boring. If you're expecting bells and whistles and all that rating, I could do that. I could actually stage it, just like that original guy, Rust Academy. And a lot of people stage a lot of stuff, man. But we're right now don't have the dedication and time to do a big vanilla wipe. Not right now, not for a minute. So I'm just kind of goofing off to kind of keep the rust off. I'm gonna run over here and unlock these crates, and once I get the loot, I'll just build a little kiosk, a little freestanding thing. So if someone ever comes in and they run around, these were all the little, not these two, but that one has loot. This one has loot. That has loot. Those all have, and then there's some, like I think 3 more that I can't remember where I put them, but they're boxes with loot as well. I think I took heli. All right, let's get back to it. Again, I hope, the first few videos, I'll tell you, it was rough, man. It's informative, but I just didn't have all my information remembered. It made me look really stupid. But again, I have 700 days on this. What we got here? No, I had a gap there. It's the worst. Yeah, so We've had this server hopping. I'm mainly focusing on how to's, getting on goofing off, and we got a lot of videos. Titann is he owns JSK Media, and he's been editing since he's been for over 10 years now. Self-taught. He's our editor, but he's also can PvP. He kind of do it all. He's been at this for a minute. Somebody wants to come in and build a base. We'll give you the mats. And then if you want to set up a raid event. Like I said, we had 300 allies, man. It's just, you know, like I said, it's a third, and a third. A third people have just quit gaming. A third has quit Rust, and a third just don't take it serious like they used to. Alright, where's that other one at? Water treatment. Straight ahead. It's right by that one square building. Oh, motorcycle. 1 second. All right, stay with me 1 second. Hold on. All right. Coming back over. That square building. Where's that square building? Gin and juice. Oh my God.
Look at that.
What else did he have? There's that square building. Let's start at this. Did he get it done? Alto Titann just walked in the door.
Go on a wall.
10 minutes away. I can go ahead and get started on that. We have enough, yeah. I'm gonna just slap her down. I don't think I'm gonna get that much loot for it. I might run and do a few more monuments. I'll go ahead and put a little bit of a base on there. 41 days. Let me do this. slap another one in there. 191. Let's go back over here to the dome. The dome back in the day was the monument. It was kind of a big boy. The old Gagaguga Harbor now was like the second level. Oh man, I need to go back there. Is it still on jacks?
No, we got a driveway.
I'm gonna slap that
Still a
down.
lot of air in the lines, though. We'll have to fix that.
Is he pumping the shit out to get it stop? Fred Flintstone. Ah. All right. I think there's probably about, let's say about 5 minutes left. Yes. 2:48. I was off by 2.5 minutes. All right. Let's clean these up. Ooh, computer station. Not bad. Computer. Return. Tech trash. Receive fall. Alright. I'm gonna fly over here real quick. I think I went the wrong way. Where was that? I come out here? I hear something. What's that? Car. That vehicle. That vehicle. This is a different box, I think. Yeah, look at that one. Ooh, good God. Woo! Oh, you know what? Oh, I do have a bag down. Yep. Where's the other one at I just did? Right here. Here's this sucker right here. Oh, you piece of garbage. Doesn't have to be pretty. Doesn't have to be perfect. 34 seconds. I mentioned that I think that the airdrops are outperforming these little lot crates. Nine. I'm trying to sneak up at a time on it. I was trying to keep it right around 12. Oh, we're not going to do that. Just not. Alright, here we go. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. I think this is the big boy one. Yeah. Right behind me. AK. Wait a minute. Where'd that come from? How many of those I got? This is that big boy one. There's another one. That's it. Bolty. I know what I did. I forgot to put the bag down. Yeah. This is some of that. There we go. Let's go to the water treatment. Duh, water treatment. Ooh, another airdrop. We'll get that one. That's right there, so. Cool. Why is this still? I'm not sure what that would be. And you come in here. Ooh, a motorcycle down here. Check it out. You know how you get in here. Ooh, hello. Not bad. Mixing table, I love those. It's one of my favorite items. Being test generator. You come in right here and you turn the sucker. See that? Now hold on to it or else it'll go back. There. We don't need this. Not so bad loot here. Not too bad. I think I'm just gonna plead the fifth. I'm just feeling. Just plead the fifth. Huh. Let me check something real quick. Let me check something real quick. Check something real quick. It's what they all fight for. All the grubs. This crate. One crate. In the green card. Every 40 minutes. Maybe faster if it's a 100 popper. Alright. I don't think I put one over here. Let me put one over here. I know I have, but I can't remember where she was. This gonna be that real quick. Looks good to me. Instant craft. All right. $2.19. All right. I'm gonna throw that bag in there. I'm gonna throw the AK in there, and then I'm gonna put. I'll put the hammer first. 53 minutes in. Had to clarify a few of my mistakes. Hope we made that clear. And you can find us on Rust Academy 101 on YouTube and TikTok, and ALTO TITAN Titan Alto Titan, same thing. TikTok and YouTube. Let me see if there's anything else I can get. Ooh, train yard. Let's do one more. 10 more minutes. Let's hit that train yard. Look at all this loot running. Well, not right there, but all these right here around the monuments. What the heck? I got 10 more minutes. Used to have raid banks, but man, no, because if you're not cranking out a lot of high pop and your mid pop, like we had some good little mid to lower pop, and people start getting antsy, they want to start raiding, and then you do raid banks, and mentioned that the other night. You do raid banks, and then it's okay. I give them just enough boom in there, because it's always about this over 32 rockets to get into them. We put mailboxes out, and I'll do some tier 3, a lot of tier 2, and then I wouldn't put rockets in there or C4, but I would put enough GP and pipes and stuff and explosives to make them move back. I'll show you where the main loop is on this. Right here. Right here. They've absolutely do this monument out, man. And I'll tell you why real quick. If you stay with me this long, thanks a lot. I hope that little earlier tutorial helped out. Up here. Red card. Ooh, this is really actually pretty good. This is the most green crates I've seen in a train yard in a long time. So we're going to go down memory lane, and here's what I mean. So this is somewhat of a new monument. So you would come over here, and then right here, there was a crate. They kind of changed the map a little bit. There was always a military one right here. Right here. There was a guard shack, like right here. There was one there. There was a... Right here was railroad tracks with the car turned over that had a crate. You come in here, and you have one right there. Then you come up here, and there'd be usually military right here. So you're running up the outer perimeter, and you're getting all this loot, extra loot. Also, there would be one right here. Actually, yeah, it's right here now. But it was like a little booth. It was like this thing right here. This platform was like right here. Then there was one all the way up here. It's medical. Probably a green thing, yeah. I never climbed this one. There is a secret one I was going to do a video on, and you go in right here. And there's a crate down there. But then also right here, it used to be right here, but they put it back here now. All right, so you keep in mind there was no scientists at all. There's none of these clowns right here. So you would come in right here because there's always a health crate right here. Red stick, ooh, not bad. But then, actually, here's what I'd do. I'd start right up here. See, look. Come in here. Man, that's some good loot. Man, that's a good run. I'd come out here. I still do it. I'm telling you a trade secret. Get your medical. And then, when the scientists weren't around, I would run all those other monuments, all of them. And then there's always one right here too. There's one in here. Ooh, 5 years, not bad. So then I would run this whole area over here, come up here, then come in here. So you're not double dipping around. So you come up here. You need a hazmat suit too. There's one right here. And then you come over here, and you got to start that right there. Now we just hightail it down. So think of all them crates. We did a video one time how to get 500 scrap You got to run over here. And then the switch used to be right here. But now I think, put it like right here, I think, yeah. Turn that on. Come over here. And then you gotta have the fuse in the green card. Run over here, you know the routine. Put your fuse in. I always, on the hot bar, I always make sure I have my blue and green card ready. And then I think there's one over here. So then you come out, no, it's in it. So you come up here. There's the blue. You come in, and there's like this one here. A lot of people just don't use the blue. I mean the green. Excuse me. See. Then you go outside, and you come right here, and that's the blue. And that's what we just looted. I think I got 17 military crates, the green ones, in one run. Then you just run back out, and there you have it. But now they put 5 scientists, one in here somewhere. He's down here. He's like right here. Oh, yeah, there he is. And then one in there. Then 2 here. So they ruined it. They've actually ruined this monument. God, it's fun. It's 10 minutes. 10-minute crate is still 8.5. 7.5 minutes just to do that little walkthrough. See, you may not think, oh, it's only just a couple of scientists, but no, here's the problem. They shoot at you. And then once they shoot at you, well, you know, if you're 8 or Wally 1K, those kind of guys are running over. They know what's going on. They know exactly what the ball is. Come on, y'all, sucker. I think I know where I got the big one on this one. Almost almost finished. $381. Somebody take that wood and help farm it. Oh, can't have that. I forgot about the airdrop. There's another one right there. You know, if someone would hop on the server, they could look at all these bags. No, it's not their bags. That's right. Well, no, they could watch where the location of the bags are. Excuse me. Let me correct that. And just come and get all this loot. Oh, there we go. It won't let me snag it. Out of there, they used to. 1:06, 1 hour, 6 minutes in. Top of the hour, every 15 minutes. Let's watch. See? Used to be able to snag it. Can't do it now. And it won't let me write it down in. Just fall through. This is Titanfall 2-time server community. Dr. Death Rules is there one here. Next to me actually is my duo, Alto Titan. You can find him on TikTok and YouTube as well. ALTOTITANN, Alto Titan. Messages, follows, look us up. I've had some eyeballs since we've been doing these. People reaching out, just kind of looking at our account. Nobody's messages. They wanting to come on and let us try and give you some pointers. I think it's 7 minutes before the airdrop drops. Here she comes. Now, the loot is going to be 2 times, so, but it's the quality that they've been putting in airdrops. Not just pants, you know, gloves. This is our map right here. There she is right there. Not bad. Launches almost right in the middle of the map, but it's also like warm right here. It's not in a total cold. A lot of heavy on the monuments up here. This isn't much going on down here. You can shoot up the oil right there. And then you have large right here. It would have been nice to maybe put oil over here so it's 180 degrees from small. And plus, also what I can't stand is this right here. Why? It's in the cold. I don't care what anybody says, that's in the cold. There's, she starts another one. Here she comes, right down the lane. Right down the lane. Gin and juice. Oh, it is by them. Melon. 6%, not bad. No, I'm knocking a little bit. Oh, there we go. There she is. Where are you going? Oh, I'll leave the satchel in there. I'll leave the white trash satchel in there. Oh, see what I'm talking about? Look at that right there. LR300 and an airdrop. Try it. I'm not going to use all the bullets, even though this comes at 5.56. Let's go right over here. Let's see if we have one open. All right. If anybody watches to the end, thank you. You're awful special because even some of the best YouTubers out there, I don't think get full love. I think people watch and get off. But man, you don't know what you're going to get with this. I'm trying to do the how-tos, me and Titann. So you're going to try and get something out, even though they're not, you know, we'll have better ones coming up with more action. Check that sucker out. Okay. Here's the most important thing right there. In that box. This right there, that can of tuna. Not bad. Again, this is 214 scrap. 20 gears just about. Not bad. Put a lot of garage doors down with that. Actually, almost 10. It's two gears per. We'll be back in Sunday. Usually Sunday, Wednesdays, but I had fumbled so much on so many different videos and just kind of upside down, a lot of rust and trying to think. I need to get on disclaimer, kind of clean this up. You yogi. All right, let me find a monument. I think I'm gonna settle down right here. I want to thank everybody for watching. If you have any questions, just reach out to us on TikTok or YouTube. You can find again Altotitann on YouTube, and you reach out to him too. All right, then 1 hour and 12 minutes in. Thanks. We'll do it again.